Greetings and welcome to the graphics class. Let us have an introduction to perspective projection. What do you mean by perspective? You know the word perspective. When the budget is declared, there will be analysis about the budget from different corners of the people. For example, there will be an economic perspective, there will be some political perspective, and in association with that you can have different opinions. So from that you can understand what is perspective. Now in perspective projections, there also you are looking the same object at different angles. For example, you are having a square prism like this. A person looking from the right side, from my right side, he can see the front portion as well as this side. Another person who is looking from my left side can see this front portion and this side. So there are two different perspectives. One person is seeing these two surfaces, another person sees these two surfaces. Okay, so now we will find out how to draw a perspective projection. Before drawing the perspective projection, we should have some understanding about some of the important terms related to perspective projection. So what are those terms and what are the things associated with that? Let us have an imagination, that is, one person is standing. When one person is standing, in front of him there is an object. Just like I am standing here, in front of me there is an object. Consider that I am putting a screen between this particular object and myself. Okay, that screen is known as picture plane. That screen is known as picture plane. In picture plane, actually we are drawing the perspective projection. That is, the light rays are coming from here. So in between that there will be a screen. First the light rays are falling on that screen. After that it is coming to my eye. Okay. So when the light rays are falling on the screen, you can have a closed contour, and that is the perspective projection. Okay. One example I will say, you are having a glass window. You are looking something outside the window, through the window. So the light rays from that object is actually falling on your eye. Then only you can see that. When it is coming to your eye, in the midway, it is actually falling on the glass. So if you mark those points on the glass, and if you can have a closed contour, that will be the perspective projection. That is a simple example. Let us have a look into the basic terms related to perspective projection. The important thing is the ground plane. So we will have a ground plane. The ground plane will be the plane on which the person is standing. There is a person who is standing on this ground plane. So this is the ground plane. Anything which we are referring is based on the ground plane. Now there is an object in the ground plane. There is an object in the ground plane. So in between the object and the ground plane, the object and the person or the observer, I can say this as the observer. Okay, in between the object and the observer, this is the object, and this is the observer. In between the object and the observer, there is a screen. As I mentioned earlier, this is the picture plane. This is the picture plane. Okay. Now we will have one important thing, that is the eye of the observer, because the eye is having an important thing. When you go to seashore, assume that you are standing. When you are standing there, when you are looking the extreme end of the sea, that is, there will be a meeting line of the sky and the sea. That we are calling as horizon. Okay. Similar to that, there is a horizon plane. If you are sitting, the horizon will come down. If you observe, you can see that the horizon will come down. When you are standing, it will be at a higher elevation. So, depending upon the position of the eye of the observer, there is a plane which is parallel to ground plane, that is known as horizon plane. Horizon plane. Let us have a plane which is parallel to the ground plane, and it is known as horizon plane. Horizon plane. As I mentioned, the eye of the observer is the most important thing in the case of perspective projection, because depending on the position of the eye, there will be changes in the perspective view. If you are sitting, you are seeing a different perspective. If you are standing, you are seeing another perspective. So, you can have the most important thing as the eye of the observer, which is named as station point. Station point. So, from here onwards, wherever you see the term station point, it is the eye of the observer. So, the horizon plane is passing through the eye of the observer. The peculiarity of horizon plane is, the horizon plane is parallel to ground plane, perpendicular to the picture plane. Okay. Now there is one more plane which is important, that is actually known as the central plane. The central plane is passing through the station point. Again, the central plane is also passing through the station point, but it is perpendicular to the horizon plane, picture plane, and the ground plane. This is known as the central plane, the black color, that is the central plane. Central plane. Okay. So the central plane is passing through the eye of the observer, which is perpendicular to horizon plane, picture plane, and the ground plane. Okay. What is the importance of central plane and horizon plane? The station point is a point. In order to locate the station point, you need two planes. One plane should be a horizontal plane. When we discussed about the projections, there was a horizontal plane and there was a vertical plane. In the case of perspective projection, the horizon plane is the horizontal plane. The vertical plane can be considered to be the central plane. So, depending upon the position of the central plane and the horizon plane are related to picture plane and the ground plane, you can fix the station point. Okay. Again, I repeat, that is, when I have the position of the station point, I should have the horizon plane, the ground plane, then central plane, and the picture plane. These four planes should be there. Then only you can exactly locate the station point. Okay. Based on the position of the station point, the final view which you are getting will be different. Now you can practice the position of these planes as an assignment. Okay, you practice where should be the observer, where should be the object, then what should be the position of the ground plane. The ground plane is holding all the planes and observer and also the object. Okay, now what is the peculiarity of central plane, horizon plane, etc. All these things should be there in your drawing. You can practice it as an assignment. Next thing, as I mentioned earlier, if you have a number of planes, it is very difficult to hold it. Okay, when we discussed the projections, you were having one horizontal plane and one vertical plane. You cannot keep it like this. So you made it as a single plane using XY line as a separation. In order to separate the different positions, or in order to locate the station point, you can have different lines. Okay, how can you name the lines? For example, the extreme ends of the picture plane can be marked as PP. Just I am mentioning this. This is picture plane. Then, wherever there is an intersection of picture plane and horizon plane. Okay, this is the horizon plane and this is the picture plane. There is an intersection. There is an intersection. I will use a red pen for that. Okay, this is an intersection. So this represents the horizon line. So HL is the horizon line, which is the intersection of horizon plane and the picture plane. And another plane, which is the central plane. The central plane can be a vertical one. So there should be a central line. Central line means it is the line of intersection of picture plane and the central plane. Picture plane and the central plane. Okay. Now, you got several planes, several lines. So you may get some confusion about all these things. How to draw this, then how to place the object, and all those things you may have some doubts in your mind. When we are doing the real problems, you will get a clear idea. But you practice the planes and lines, then some fundamentals may be clear to you. Okay. Now I am going to conclude. The most important thing is the station point. That is the eye of the observer. Then all the planes are based on the ground plane. Okay, that is the lowest plane, that is the ground plane. Then you are having horizon plane, which is exactly passing through the station point, and it is parallel to the ground plane. You are having picture plane, which is perpendicular to the ground plane. Okay. Now there is another plane which is perpendicular to station, which is passing through the station point, perpendicular to picture plane, horizon plane, and the ground plane. That is known as the central plane. Okay. So correspondingly, you will get the lines. The intersection of picture plane and horizon plane is the horizon line. The intersection of central plane and the horizon line, central plane and the picture plane is known as central line. Okay. Now the intersection of ground plane and the picture plane, there also you can have another line that is known as ground line, that which I have left. That is actually the ground line, GL. So now you are having ground line, horizon line, picture plane. This is the end of the picture plane, and there is a central line. These are the lines associated with perspective torsion. Okay. When we do the problems, you will be more familiar with these things and it will be clear. This is a simple three-dimensional thing. This is only a procedure. Nothing to remember, nothing to by heart, nothing to keep as some rules or anything like that. There is only a procedure. By doing one or two problems, you will be clear about this particular topic. Okay.